If you've been having a hard time getting people to understand your vision or trying to force your work into a place that doesn't quite get what you're trying to do, this is for you. Today is day 115 of my Practicing Visibility series. My goal is to become an even more known public figure for young people. I wanted to share kind of like a little bit of behind the scenes for me. Well, this whole project is behind the scenes, but been thinking about why I decided to launch my own leadership program for kids. So I have had this kind of pattern for years where I will work with a youth organization for several years, and then unfortunately it ends in a kind of like, you go this way, I go that way kind of way. Never been fired, but have had to step away from jobs because I have been trying to find a home for my work for so long. And what that looks like is I will get hired to do a camp or work in an after school program, but because I'm so passionate about the self skills and the self expertise, I will start to do that work in that space. Sometimes it goes really well, but I decide to move on. But a couple of times it's created a lot of friction between me and the people I'm working with because they have an entire different vision from what I'm trying to do, especially if the work I'm doing is getting positive feedback. And so I realized finally, after I decided to stop volunteering for this youth organization because of some of the sketchy stuff that they were doing, I decided to launch my own program. And the reason that I decided this was the move was because why am I waiting for someone else to like give me permission to do my work? Why am I trying to force my work into a box that it does not fit in? Right? And when I think about a box with a bunch of people in it, if my work is trying to grow and expand in a space that's not designed for that, it's going to push people up against the walls. And so I know that even if kids and parents and some teachers like my work, there's always people that are like, this is not the place for it. So instead of trying to force my work into a space that it's not designed for, I decided to just do my own thing. I am launching my first cohort for my program. It's called the Better Academy, and I decided to do it free, meaning the kids do not have to pay. And I wanted to do that because I think that the fact that we gatekeep this work from young people is so wild, especially when there are so many avenues for people to learn from. I have been approached by many companies talking about you should do an online course for kids and imagine how much money you can make. But the thing is, the kids that get access to that, right? Those kids usually have access to other leadership programs. I wanted to create something that was open for anybody that was interested in living better and doing better. And so that's what I did. And I had a lot of interest in the beginning, and then I didn't follow up because I'm learning, right? But I have 4 students that I'm super excited to be working with. They're all very similar. 3 of them actually know each other really well, which works out great. And the 4th one I think is like such a good fit for them. And I'm just proud of, instead of like trying to force something, right? It's like walking up a river is very difficult. I decided to just go with the flow. I can do this for free. I've got kids who follow me, right? I know that some kids are definitely interested in working with me. I can do it online. So I just decided to do it. And today I sent out the reminder for our first session next week, and I'm super proud of that. I've also been looking at doing some YouTube channel optimization. I'm also working with an editing company now that's going to be helping get my message out there in a better way because I don't know what I'm doing on social media for most of the part. But yeah, I'm taking a lot of steps towards growth. But I think what I'm learning is that if there is not a space, you have to make it. Right? If there's not a space in the world for your work and for your vision, then that's your sign to make it yourself. And in today's world, there are so many different ways to do things like this. So a word of encouragement for anybody that has been trying to get people to see their vision, maybe you are the only person that needs to see it. Okay, see you tomorrow.